While at PIQF, I got a chance to speak with mystery writer Terri Thayer about her quilting mystery series. She joined me in the food court after spending the afternoon autographing books.
When Tom Brokaw calls, he'll be meeting today with Terri Thayer, author of many quilt mysteries. So Terri, tell me, how long have you been quilting and how long have you been writing your stories?
I've been quilting about 25 years, since 1983. I started writing in earnest in about 2000. I decided there was a quilting mystery. There wasn't a quilting mystery that I wanted to read out on the market, so I decided to write one.
Ooh, that's great. And what types of quilts and projects do you like to make?
I like to make almost anything, but I've been working on a lot of purses and bags and tote bags lately, mostly because I can get them finished in a short amount of time and feel like I've accomplished something. I do try and quilt every day, or at least sometimes.
Do you tote books around in them?
Yes, I do. That's part of the glamorous life of an author, carrying books around.
And what type of books do you write?
I write quilting mysteries, and I also have a rubber stamping series.
And can you tell us a little bit about Wild Goose Chase? That was the first one, right?
Wild Goose Chase is the first in the series, the first book that I ever wrote, finished, and sent off to a publisher. And it's a story of Dewey Pelicano, who's a Silicon Valley techie who inherits a quilt shop, and she's not quite sure what to do with it. So she goes to a big quilt convention in San Jose, similar to the one we're at right now, and tries to get rid of it, but murders happen. And so the second one is Old Maid's Puzzle, which continues the story of Dewey, and without giving too much away, it takes place in her shop, and there's a TV host that plays a part in both books, I must say, and but especially in the second one.
And then the third is Ocean Waves?
Third is Ocean Waves. That's my latest. It takes place down at Asilomar in Pacific Grove at a quilt retreat. Dewey's down there trying to learn how to quilt and runs into some trouble. There's a murderous mountain lion and a rogue wave and some missing sewing tools that give her trouble in that one.
And what were the sewing tools? Those were fascinating. Those were...
Yeah, they're antique sewing boxes, you know, with the fitted lids, and so they have the sewing bird and all these things that fit right into the tops, and they're made out of bones and mahogany, and it was really interesting. The research was really fun on that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go look that up online. I have to go check that out.
Check them on eBay. They're kind of, they can be run a lot of money, you know. They're collectible.
And you said you write other kinds of books. What are the other books about?
The Stamping Sisters mysteries are set back in Pennsylvania. It's a series of 3 books so far, also that follow April Butchert and her friends that do rubber stamping. So it's a women's circle craft, sort of the same problems, the same issues as murder as well as friends. People,
so they're mysteries
women.
as well?
They're mysteries as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I'll have to read those too. Okay. And where can we get your books?
The books are available online on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all those places. They're in the bookstores as well. A lot of the quilt shops are starting to carry them now because they are available to the shops through some of the distributors. So the quilt shops are starting to carry them, which is really a lot of fun.
And you've been doing local appearances and signings?
I do, yes. Barnes & Noble, Borders, local quilt shops. I went to Chicago Quilt Show last year and Houston last year. And so it's really, that's the fun part, is getting to go to all the quilt shows and meet all the quilters and readers.
And what's new? What's coming up?
What's new is coming up is not clear. Working on stuff now, but we're waiting on publishers to see what they want.
Okay, so you're waiting to hear back. Okay.
Yeah.
And tell me about your favorite quilt in the show, or favorite thing you've seen at the show.
Oh my, it's so, you know, I love to see the landscapes. Those are kind of my favorite things. And I just passed on my way here that there's a small little quilt with some otters on it that's just so realistic looking. It's amazing. I don't know how the woman did it. But I like to see the nature of the landscape quilts the most. One day I'll do one. Someday.
Thanks, Terri. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Mary Kay.